Hey everybody, it's Roxabox90 here with the highlights of the first Commander game between Jacob, Scion of the Ur-Dragon, and Mike Sigarda, Host of Herons. The game started off with Jacob winning the die roll and choosing to go first. He played a breeding pool and passed the turn to Mike, who on his turn used a wooded foothills to go and search up a basic forest, which he put into play untapped for a cost of 1 life. He then cast a Llanowar Elf and passed the turn to Jacob. Jacob on his turn played Command Tower and used his 2 mana to cast a Sakura Tribe Elder. Mike drew and played a Plains. He used his lands to then cast a Selesnya Signet, and then activated the Signet with his Llanowar Elf to cast a Lightning Greaves. At the end of Mike's turn, Jacob sacrificed his Tribe Elder to get a basic mountain into play tapped, drawing and putting down a tapped Watery Grave. Then he played a Trace of Abundance onto his Command Tower, giving it Shroud and the ability to tap for 2 of any mana. On Mike's turn, he played another basic Plains, and then tapped out to cast Sigarda from the command zone. He equipped Lightning Greaves to her and swung at Jacob, dealing 5 damage, bringing him down to 25. Jacob untapped and then played a basic Plains, counting out 1 of each color to cast his commander, Scion of the Ur-Dragon, from the command zone. He used his remaining single land to cast a Birds of Paradise before passing the turn. Mike played a Core Haven to protect himself against Scion, and then also cast a Birds of Paradise before attacking with his Sigarda. Jacob blocked with his birds to prevent the combat damage. On Jacob's turn, he played a Savannah, and then used Scion's ability to find a Flameblast Dragon. When he attacked with his Scion shortly after, he paid 2 mana to kill Mike's bird with the Flameblast's ability. Mike on his turn put down another Plains, then took his Lightning Greaves off to put them on Llanowar Elves, in order to then put a Hyena Umbra on his Sigarda, turning it into a 6/6 Flying Angel. He had finished his main step with a Great Stable Stag, and then swung for 6 more commander damage, bringing Jacob down to 19. Jacob on his next turn played a basic Forest and then attacked with Scion. Mike mistakenly took 4 commander instead of Core Havening the Scion. Jacob then bombed the field with a Decree of Pain in order to draw a bunch of cards. Sigarda's Totem Armor vanished, but she kept herself alive on the field. Mike on his turn played yet another basic Plains and attacked again with Sigarda, bringing Jacob to 16 commander damage. He then passed his turn to Jacob, who drew and played a Badlands. He then cast a Quicksilver Amulet, and followed the amulet shortly thereafter with an Expedition map. On his next turn, Mike simply drew and attacked with Sigarda. Jacob used his amulet to cheat a Dragon Tyrant into play, costing Mike his commander and giving Jacob a massive beating dragon. On Jacob's turn, he kept his Tyrant alive by paying 4 red mana at the upkeep, and then tapped 2 mana to cast a Spellskite. He played an untapped Steam Vents by paying 2 life, and then attacked with his Dragon Tyrant. Mike prevented the damage with Core Haven. Mike then played another basic Forest. He used the 2 forests to cast a Sylvan Library, and then cast a Survival of the Fittest with his Signet. On Jacob's turn, he paid the 4 mountain upkeep cost again to keep the Tyrant alive, and then passed the turn after playing a Crumbling Necropolis. Mike on his turn drew an extra card via his Sylvan Library, which he had to pay for with 4 life, then played another Forest and passed the turn to Jacob. On Jacob's turn, he paid the upkeep cost and then played a Taiga. He recast Scion from the command zone shortly after, and as Jacob ended his turn, Mike used 8 mana to cast Savage Summoning, which he used to put Sigarda back into play as a 6/6 flyer. Starting on his turn, Mike used a Survival of the Fittest to discard Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, in order to search through his deck for a Wolfir Silverheart. He cast the Silverheart, bringing it to an 8/8 and Sigarda to a 10/10. He equipped the Greaves to the Silverheart and attacked with both the Wolf and his commander. Jacob traded his Tyrant for Sigarda and took 8 from the Silverheart, going down to a dangerous 4 life. On his turn, Jacob played a Mnemonic Wall, which he used to get Decree of Pain back into his hand, and he used Scion's ability to grab a Balefire Dragon, and attacked Mike with Scion and Spellskite. The Spellskite retargeted the Core Haven to itself, resulting in Mike taking 6 damage from Scion, and losing his 4/4 Silverheart to the Balefire's ability. On Mike's turn, he drew, played, and then used an Expedition map to search through his deck for Cavern of Souls, which he put into play before ending his turn. On Jacob's turn, he attacked with his Scion and Spellskite again, this time having Scion become a 12-powered beater via his land, his life, and most importantly, his Molten Steel Dragon. The 12 was just enough to finish Mike off via commander damage. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, tap that like button to let me know you want more EDH Commander gameplay. Then, if you aren't already subscribed, subscribe before heading down to the comments section to let me know what you thought of the game. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.